Corey Holcomb's 5150 show has suffered from a mass exodus. Before the drama and the shenanigans, before he put hands on the female comedian, before we discovered all of the nasty kitty jokes, if you want to call them jokes, Corey Holcomb was getting 50,000 plus people per live stream with the 5150 show, to now getting 6.9K, which is a 46% drop off from the 15K he had last week on the show. It's getting nasty for the 5150 show and Corey Holcomb. Is this the end? Is this the burial of Corey Holcomb? Listen, gang, I want y'all to hit the hype button and hit the like button, cause we about to get deep.
Got up on some boss shit and linked up with the man.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, and make sure you hit the hype button, cause it does help the channel in a major way. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're looking at the very end of Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, gang. On the end of Corey Holcomb altogether, champs. Listen, there was a time where this podcast would generate at least 50,000 plus on a regular basis on live streams. Now we're at 6.9K just weeks and weeks after he puts hands on a female comedian, and after a bunch of these kiddie flicks, these segments about kids. It's a very, very nasty, disturbing things under the guise of jokes from Corey Holcomb and others. We're now at 6.9K. Do you understand that that is a 46% drop off from last week's show? Now, a lot of people are going to say this is fake. This is nonsense. All champions spewing propaganda for TMZ and what have you. Listen, I wish I was getting a TMZ check. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I only get the YouTube check, champ. I'll be honest. And maybe some donations from the supporters and what have you. But this is nasty work, champ. I ain't gonna lie. This might be the end of the Corey Holcomb show, champ. Statistically proven. Now, can't nobody say I'm hating, because this is literally what it is. This is a nasty decline, a nasty drop off. Listen, I've seen a lot of quote-unquote big-time creators take massive hits, but this is a hit of another magnitude, champs. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is a different type of hit, champ. Alright, you might think I'm over-exaggerating. You might think these numbers are still crazy, but it's not. For a channel that's garnered over 400,000 subs and of course lost some in the process of all of the madness that's going on surrounding this pod and Corey Holcomb, that massive drop off is disgusting. You hear what I'm saying? Disgusting. 6.9K is like a good average for a channel that don't have this much support or has had such support in the past. Now, I'm going to prove to you how awful this is, okay? I was watching this live. I have all the proof, so don't nobody glaze and say, hey, this is Photoshop. Hey, this is AI. No. We got video proof. We have statistics. We have past numbers. Let's take a good look at how much of a drop-off this is and the views. Hit the like and hit the hype button. We're going to get into it. So, this is an entire month ago, guys. An entire month ago. You see the numbers. 238K, 232K. These are some solid numbers, man. Just a whole month ago. Right now, this is around the time where that video did service with the lady getting her hands put on. Yeah, Corey put his hands on that woman. Female comedian. This is around that time. And this is also around the time where, hey, Corey made episodes justifying a woman needing to get hands put on her, which is absolutely disturbing and crazy. And things were not as bad. Things were not as crazy. He was still getting his numbers. Some people were even in support of him putting hands on the woman and other women. It's a nasty world we live in, gang. I ain't gonna lie. That's just how it is, champs, unfortunately. Then some weeks passed, champs. And yeah, he got a little, what's that, 213K, okay, but then it dropped down to 199K. Not so much 200s anymore, because he usually averages the 200K. But things are suddenly starting to lose steam, champ. Yeah, Corey's numbers are dropping rapidly. Right now, 199K, still not too bad, champ. Still not bad. The recent weeks, come forth, champ. Alright? And things get worse. Look. Now last week, 7 days ago, 177K. That's not good, champ. That's not good at all. And 7 hours ago, only 57K. Now this isn't 7 hours from the time that I'm recording, but this is 7 hours earlier this morning in which I got these stats. Now, is this a good thing? Absolutely not. Typically, Corey would at least have over 100K plus views within a 7 hour span, because that's just how his numbers go, champ. He should at least be close to 200K, but he's not. These numbers seem to decline, and it's based on the chat, champ. Yeah, the chat. He kept a consistent number of 6.9K to 7.1K throughout that entire stream. Now, I didn't watch the entire stream, but I do know that the highest it went was 7.1K in the chat, which is nasty work, champ. There was a time where this guy would have 20 to 50,000 people in his chats. It's only plummeted since then, champ. This is only signs that this guy is getting canceled, and we know why. After all of the kitty videos, kitty compilations that we seen in segments from the 5150 show, man, it's only shown that, hey, people are no longer gonna support you if it seems like you are a predator. Now I'm hearing some bozos defend this guy, says, I don't believe this man is this, that, and the third. Are you sure? This man says that he's an R. Kelly supporter. This man dismisses any charges that was put on Kells, even when the court proved that he did these charges, right? And we've known for years that Kells was on creeper timing. You see what happened with Aaliyah back in the day and all that. He is an advocate for R. Kelly. He's also from Chicago as well. Yeah. Does that mean he should support Kells? Absolutely not. Kells is a predator. But if you're going to support a predator and then try to dismiss charges that have been proven to be true, this looks nasty. Trying to convince your audience that Kells is not who they're trying to paint him out to be, even though people seen him at McDonald's talking to underage girls in the past and etc. And people have accounts of R. Kelly pulling up in foreign whips to their school in the early 2000s to pick up high school girls. Even with all this proof, somehow you still say, hey, Kells isn't a bad guy, and neither am I, and I will proceed to make jokes about kids being violated, which is insane, which is nasty, which is disgusting. But if you think I'm lying about these numbers and I'm just completely reaching and I'm working for TMZ, well, I'm gonna show you exactly what happened last night, champ, so you see the numbers as is, because you can't fake this. This ain't AI. Take a look.
Watching her do her mouth tricks, watching her do her mouth tricks, watching her do her mouth tricks, lick it at the bottom where it stank. That's close to the shit, yeah.
Hey.
Laying in the bed with your bitch.
Hey.
5150 shit on my way to my.
Alright. Enough of that nonsense. Yo, listen. You see them numbers, gang. You see them numbers, gang. I didn't lie. Yeah, he got some supporters. Yeah, some supporters. A lot of his supporters fled the scene, champ. Yeah, they got up out of there real fast. Listen, I don't know if they wasn't peeping him doing the PDF jokes, but apparently they didn't got up out of there, man. I guess they didn't see the compilations. He was like, wait a second. This is a lot of jokes about kids. He is going too far with these jokes. He did admit that he had like an underage girl get under the blanket while he was. Yeah. It's too much, bro. And people are starting to peep and they not jacking it, bro. Listen, one thing people despise is PDFs or people who seem like they are creepers, just in general. People who seem like they are creepers. People who are seemingly admitting and trying to normalize taboo, illegal, taboo behaviors. You see what I'm saying? Can we prove that Corey is a PDF? Well, we really can't. He's trying to cover it under the guise of jokes. But based on what he said, based on who he's affiliating himself with, based on a lot of his viewpoints, we can lean in that territory, champ. We are allowed to lean in that territory, champ, because it's too frequent. What is the obsession with the kiddies? What are these weird jokes putting kids in adult situations? It's nasty. It appears nasty. It's distasteful. It's disturbing. It bothers people. You understand? Will big homie CC run down on Corey at his next booking? We shall see. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I guess we'll see. I have no idea. But nobody should be pretending and lying that they gonna run down on somebody when they not gonna do it. Because if they not gonna do it, then they just need to keep quiet. I ain't gonna lie. Like stop the madness, bro. You ain't on timing. If you ain't on timing, then keep quiet. If you're not about to do nothing, keep quiet. I'm just saying. But yeah, Corey suffering. This is what we call a mass exodus, all right? They purged. His fan base purged. If it gets any lower than this whole thing is a thing in the past. I ain't gonna lie. And listen, nothing lasts forever, champ. Nothing lasts forever. Let's not get it twisted. But once you really draw the line, like I said, once you really draw the line, once you really piss people off, once you really push the loop to the point people are just not supporting it, champ, this is what will and can happen, champ. We've seen some of the greatest take falls. And is Corey Holcomb the greatest? Not to me. I was introduced to Corey Holcomb through Wildin' Out, and maybe, was he on Comic View or something? I don't know. But I mainly seen him on Wildin' Out back in the day and what have you. Yeah, he had the show and all that. I never really watched the show, man. I tapped in recently because of the nonsense that was going on, and I had to see exactly what he was saying, and it's just insane how he went to deep depths to try and make his behavior seem normal. Make it seem like everyone's getting paid by mega big corporations to try and put him down when he's only putting himself down. I mean, at this point, it's self-sabotage. I mean, you talking and trying to act like you're just above everything and you're just some great, brilliant black man in history who's being taken down for being a great black man is just complete gaslighting, manipulation. And people are peeping it, and this is exactly why the numbers reflect on that. Yeah, the numbers reflect. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Facts. Another very real quote in life. But yeah, Corey ain't looking too hot, gang. This is nasty work. I ain't gonna lie, but hey, you did this to yourself, gang. Now you try to justify all of your actions. You didn't apologize. You didn't say you was wilding. No, we said this is who I am. I identify. This is from the heart. From the heart. These can't be jokes then. If it's from the heart, you speak from the heart. You're speaking your truth, champ. That's not good. You said these things, remember. And now as a result of you saying what you said, a 46% decline in your streaming viewership for your podcast, The 5150 Show. Nasty work, gang. I ain't gonna lie. this is looking bad. How do y'all feel about this, gang? Because I didn't really see this coming at first. I thought everybody was gonna just keep fighting for Corey and not care about all of the weird kitty jokes and what have you. But apparently everyone is starting to catch on, which is a good thing. But gang, how do y'all feel about all this in the comment section? Will this pod be done for? Is Corey Holcomb done for? Is this show in the toilet? Or is this just temporary until everyone forgets that it happened? Everyone forgets this whole fiasco of insane, disturbing content coming from Corey's pod, gang. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, gang. Make sure you subscribe to the mayor if you are brand new and turn on that notification bell so you get all of the mayor's updates. I need you to make sure you're smashing that like button as well, because it's incredibly important, as well as hitting that hype button, which is very key and very essential to the mayor's growth and the mayor's platform all in one. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only mayor, New York Mayor F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the like and hit that hype button. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.